All right, in this video, we are going to talk about how to use a scientific calculator to find the values of the other trig functions. So we've talked about the special angles, the ones that are labeled on the unit circle, right, that are usually labeled on the unit circle. And we've talked a little bit about how you would find the values of the other trig functions with the special angles, the standard angles that are labeled on the unit circle. And so if you have an angle that's not a special angle, then you're going to have to use a calculator to obtain a decimal approximation for what the sine or cosine is. So again, as always in this class, right, when we're talking about the trigonometric functions, you really need to be able to make sure that you understand that your calculator has a degree mode and a radian mode, and it's extremely important that you are in the correct mode, right, when you're doing this, because otherwise your answer is going to come out to be totally incorrect. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this on this TI-84, but again, all you need is a scientific calculator. It's going to be slightly different on yours, but if you have a different calculator, but you should be able to see how to do that. On some calculators, it has deg or rad labeled here. On this one, right, it's under mode, so you have to go down and select whatever mode you want. Okay, and so let's take a look at some problems from the OpenStax book. It says for the following exercises, use a graphic calculator, but all you need is a scientific calculator to evaluate these things. So the first problem there, number 59, is the cosecant of 5 pi over 9. All right. And number 1, right, you can see that this angle, there's no degree sign here, right, up here. And so therefore, this is radians that they're talking about, okay? And so again, make sure that you're in radian mode. So yep, I'm in radian mode here, okay? And then if I get out of that. So now I want to enter cosecant, right, of 5 pi over 9. So you can see, right, if you search around and look for the keys, you're going to see there is no cosecant key at all, right? On most calculators, you will not find one like that. So you can see I have sine, cosine, and tangent right here. That's the 3 that I have on this calculator, and most scientific and graphic calculators, that's the case. All right, so you might ask, well, if there's no button, then how do I do it? You have to use those identities that we talked about in the previous section. And so cosecant, right, we know is 1 over the sine, right? So that's going to be 1 divided by sine, and then 5 pi over 9, like so, okay? And you're going to have to do that for cotangent. There's no cotangent either, so you're going to have to do 1 divided by tan, and so on and so forth, okay? So 1 divided by this, and you get 1.0154. If I wanted to do cotangent of 4 pi over 7, that's going to be 1 divided by tan 4 pi over 7, like so. Okay. Looks like I accidentally put a extra set of parentheses in there, but it was okay with it. So, and then secant, right, would be 1 divided by cosine, right, because secant is 1 over cosine. So that would be pi divided by 10. so. All right, and so for degrees like these down here, it's going to be the same situation, right? Except you need to be in degree mode, right? So for this problem, right, let's say, well, tan, we don't need to do that. Let's say if we wanted cotangent of 33 degrees, right? Again, make sure that you're in degree mode. All right, and it's the same thing up here. We have cotangent, right? So that's going to be 1 divided by the tangent of 33 degrees. All right, so same way, you just got to make sure that you are in the correct mode. Okay? All right, and that is it for this one.